Hello, fellow aspirants. Welcome to my channel, Knowledge with Rahul. This is my first content that I am putting up, and I'm very much new to this particular portal. So, hence, the entire layout is something very basic. In today's segment, I shall be talking about information relating to general knowledge and current affairs. We, as fellow aspirants, know how integral it is part in any government as well as competitive examinations that we are giving. So, without much delay, let us today study about various institutions and international organizations. The first one that we've come across is the World Bank. The World Bank was founded in 1945, and the World Bank, along with the IMF, together are known as the Bretton Woods twins. Bretton Woods is a place in the United States, and it is there where the origins of the World Bank began. India is also one of the founding members of this organization. It is headquartered in Washington, D.C. The World Bank provides financing as well as technical assistance to governments, basically to build capital based assets like you have dams, bridges, and highways. So, the difference between the World Bank is that it helps the governments to help build construction related assets, unlike the case of the IMF that we shall be studying now. The IMF that was founded in 1944, it is also like World Bank headquartered in Washington DC. The IMF give loans, however, to the countries and their governments that are undergoing stress in the economy. So if any economic conditions, any economic slowdown that is there in the economy of a country, it is the IMF that helps the government of the day. India once, if we remember, India was also undergoing economic stress way back in the 1990s. So it was under the IMF direction that India underwent structural changes in its economy. And that is where the LPG method, the liberalization, privatization, and the globalization method came about. IMF very recently has also allocated loans to Pakistan to support its economic upturns. Unlike World Bank, however, IMF therefore helps a country tide over its economic slowdown. So this is one very major difference between the two, the IMF as well as World Bank, where the IMF is giving the governments of that particular country certain loans as well as advances to help it tide its economic slowdown. And in the case of the World Bank, usually loans and advances are given for capital construction in that particular country. Our next topic is the World Trade Organization. The World Trade Organization was founded in 1995. Now, earlier, the World Trade Organization was referred to as the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, that is GATT, and it was in existence since the 1948. However, it was only after the Marrakesh Agreement in 1994 that the WTO came into existence, that is the World Trade Organization. Marrakesh is a name of a place that is, I think, located in Morocco. Afghanistan is one of the newest joining members in 2016, and the purpose of the World Trade Organization is basically to help countries negotiate in practices and improve international trade. The headquarters of the World Trade Organization is Geneva, Switzerland, and I have not mentioned it in this slide, but the president of the World Trade Organization is Roberto Azevedo. We then come to the Asian Development Bank. The Asian Development Bank was founded in 1966. It is based in Manila, Philippines. India is one of the founding members, and it is also the fourth largest stakeholder after Japan, USA, and China. The difference of Asian Development Bank as well as World Bank is not much. They too give loans and advances and grants, and usually the loans and advances are given to members who are in around the Asian regions or the Asian Pacific regions. And the nature of the loans are similar to that of the World Bank. Then we come to the New Development Bank. The New Development Bank, also known as the BRICS Bank. Now, BRICS, we all know, is an acronym of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This particular New Development Bank came under the Fortaleza Agreement. Fortaleza is a place that is located in Brazil. The New Development Bank is headquartered in Shanghai, China. Okay. Unlike the World Bank as well as the ADB, where the voting rights are based on the amount of stakes each country has, here all the members have equal voting rights, irrespective of the amount of stake they hold. However, the bank will also have the same role as other banking organizations, and also will forward loans and advances to other members other than the BRICS country as well. So, right, in the case of New Development Bank, it does not necessarily pertain that the members have to be those from that particular BRIC membership. They can be members from outside who can also qualify to get loans from this New Development Bank. Then we come to the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, also known as the AIIB. The AIIB is basically an initiative of China in order to break the US hegemony in terms of the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank. China started this particular concept, and most of the members of this particular bank are also very staunch allies of the United States, like the countries like Canada as well as Australia, who are already members. India itself is also one of the founding members of this organization, and it is also having a considerable vote share where it is second only after China. The bank is located in Beijing, China, which is the headquarters, and the purpose is similar to that of the World Bank as well as Asian Development Bank, where they also give loans as well as grants for development work. We then come to the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, or we better know it as SAARC. SAARC is based in Kathmandu, Nepal, and founded in 1985. It includes all the South Asian countries. Now, South Asia and Southeast Asia, there's a difference between the locations of these two countries. This we shall be covering in the later part of our next video. So, South Asian Association, South Asian countries are those countries that border the Indian Ocean as well as the Indian subcontinent. So, this includes the likes of Pakistan, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan. The purpose of this particular organization is basically to foster economic cooperation, stability, regional peace, and integration. SAARC recently launched the SAARC Motor Vehicle Agreement. If we notice, this particular agreement was signed in 2014 in Kathmandu, Nepal. However, there was severe objection from Pakistan as well as from Bhutan as well in concerning with their own changes in climate. So it was then rechristened or renamed as BBIN, that is Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, and Nepal. SAARC also hosts various sporting events, most importantly the SAF Games. We then come to the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectorial Technical and Economic Cooperation, which we know as BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC is based in Dhaka, and it is a multi-sectoral agreement of countries that is centered around the Bay of Bengal, with the exception obviously of Sri Lanka. It is founded in 1997 and includes countries like, as mentioned, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Nepal, and Bhutan, as well as Thailand. The purpose of the BIMSTEC is basically to improve social integration, improve social cooperation, people-to-people contact. We then come to another very important topic, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO. Now, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization started as the Shanghai Five, that included the original members of Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. It was only in 2001 that Uzbekistan also joined this particular Eurasian Security, Political, and Economic Alliance. However, following a dialogue as recent as 2017 in Astana, Kazakhstan, both India and Pakistan were given full membership status. It is interesting to note that both India and Pakistan were earlier observers. So right now the present stand of the member countries are 8, and there are 4 observer countries in Afghanistan, Belarus, Iran, and Mongolia. It is headquartered in Beijing, China. Then we come to the International Court of Justice. The International Court of Justice has gained a large amount of primacy in recent years because of the Kulbhushan Jadhav case. It is an organ of the United Nations. There are a total of 15 judges, and they occupy a period of 9 years. Also, here another important point to note is that no 2 judges can be of the same country. It means that suppose there is 2 representations, or there are 2 judges of the United States, there can only be, however, under the Charter of the International Court of Justice, under this particular charter, it has been mentioned that there can only be 1 representation from the United States in such a case. It is also another important thing to note is that all the decisions that are made by the ICJ are binding on the member countries. The working languages of the ICJ is English as well as France, and India's permanent representation to the ICJ is Dalveer Singh Bhandari. So with this, friends, I hope that you all have liked whatever we have learned today. Here's also wishing that you subscribe, like, as well as share my channel. And also, please give in constructive criticism. I know the entire layout has been very, very basic, but if you all can give me certain feedbacks, I will be able to serve you people better. And do let me know in the comment section what are the other important topics if I can cover on a daily basis. And hence, under that circumstances, I will be able to put in whatever information that is needed for these type of examinations. So here's hoping that you all liked it, you all enjoyed it. So please subscribe. I'm just very new to this, and I hope I will be getting a chance to serve all of you all better. See you very soon. Thank you.